big week this week in technology, a huge week.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did. And
A lot happened. A lot happened. This stuff doesn't happen often like this.
it was an eventful, jam-packed tech week, that's for sure.
That is for sure.
So,
That's for sure. Where should we start? Where should we start? Oh, well, you know what's a good one?
mhm.
Zuck Zuckerberg buying Ray-Ban. Well, a lot of people thought that he bought Ray-Ban. You do a little research and you find out he didn't buy the whole, you know, Ray-Ban. He only bought into a small portion of that company. You know how much?
Yeah, I do actually. So that was one of the big things. One of the first things that came up, right, is that we saw some articles, some headlines. It was rumored that he bought Ray-Ban. I got excited about it. I was at work when I found out. I sent you the article, but it turned out to be clickbait. But nonetheless, the word is so far that Meta, formerly Facebook, so they acquired a nearly 3% stake in Essilor Luxottica,
Yeah.
which is the parent company of Ray-Ban and Oakley,
Yep.
for approximately $3.5 billion. Crazy.
Only
So
3%, bro. Only 3% worth that much.
worth $3.5 billion. Now, the investment is part of Meta's broader strategy to expand its presence in the smart glasses market, obviously, leveraging EssilorLuxottica's expertise in eyewear design and manufacturing. The two companies have previously collaborated on the Ray-Ban Meta smart glasses, which have seen success, and the investment signals a deepening of their partnership. Obviously, I pulled that from an AI news feed
Mhm.
right there, but that pretty much sums up what went down and what Mark Zuckerberg
But it's
apparently
good
did.
though. It's good though because you don't use just one AI news feed. You cross-reference just to make sure all different news platforms are giving at least somewhat the same answer, because then you know that there's somewhat some truth to it at that point. But what shocked
Yeah.
me is at 3% at 3.5 billion. So when I sat there thinking to myself, wow, 3% at $3.5 billion, how much is the entire company worth? So I kind of went into a little rabbit hole just off of that topic. $116 billion that company is worth, bro.
And that's the Essilor Luxottica. That's the
Yeah,
okay.
that's how much.
And
I mean, for 3% to be worth 3.5 billion or $3 billion, I was just like, wow, that's a lot of money, bro. You know what I'm
and
saying?
the funny thing is that when I think we did it on episode one or episode two, I kind of brought it up that there were rumors. I had read some comments that Meta actually broke their partnership with Ray-Ban. Obviously, we know that that was hogwash at this point. That's not true. This, if anything, this news strengthens obviously the relationship that Meta's going to have under this umbrella company, which has Ray-Ban and Oakley. Now, I'm not sure if they only have Ray-Ban and Oakley. I don't know if you found out any more information on that,
No,
or is it
they
just
Prada also, like they're the umbrella company of a lot of these glasses companies out there. So it's not just Ray-Ban that they own. You know, it's a bunch of different other glasses. I didn't look into it that much. I was just more curious to see how much the company is worth because those numbers kind of shocked me. I mean, to put it into perspective, I heard on a Joe Rogan podcast, he had somebody on, I forget who it was, but he asked Joe Rogan, just so you get an idea of what $1 billion is, right? Let me ask you, what uh weeks, how many days do you think 1 million seconds is?
1 million seconds? Ooh. I mean, if I had to guess, 1 million seconds, what? 3 months? I couldn't even tell you.
11 and a half days.
11 and a half days? All right. So I was almost, not
So
almost there, but
now, how many months, years, days do you think 1 billion seconds is?
So if it's 11 days for 1 million, 1 billion will probably be what? A couple years? 3 years? 2 years?
31 and a half years.
Wow. Okay.
So
Nice.
that gives you a perspective of million versus billion. You know what I'm saying? So for that company alone to be worth 116 billion, bro.
Unbelievable.
116 billion. I mean, that's some serious money, bro.
And although three and a half
Yeah.
percent may sound small, actually, when you put the numbers like that,
Yeah. Yeah.
116 billion and three
Yeah.
and a half billion is their stake right now, and the
Yeah.
ownership for this, that's huge. That is actually that is massive,
Yeah.
massive, massive 3% when you actually put the numbers down like
Yeah.
that.
Because with that
So
alone, with just that small percentage, 3%, his goal right now is to, by the end of 2026, his target goal is to reach 10 million units. So to
yeah,
be able to do that with just 3%, I mean,
yeah.
that's pretty serious right there with just 3%. You know what I mean?
And again, this is huge news. Remember when I sent you the article? I got super excited about it. I was like, wait a minute, this guy actually really bought Ray Ban. I mean, essentially, he did, right? I mean, technically they didn't buy; they bought, a certain percentage stake in it.
Uh-huh.
But either way, just going from the rumors that we were hearing a couple weeks ago, where they broke ties with Ray Ban, now we know that's not true.
Uh-huh.
They've strengthened their relationship under this umbrella with Oakley, Ray-Ban, obviously all the other major brands, and this
Yeah.
is this is just going to skyrocket the market even further. And we spoke about this a couple of weeks ago, Ru, that I go to Target now, I go to all the stores, and these Ray-Bans, they're not there, they're not in
I know.
stock at all.
I
So
know.
you have to order what's available online, and sometimes that's not going to be the one that you want exactly.
Yeah.
So these things are just it's been a slow roll, right? It's been a snowball effect catching on with the public, and it's just going to keep on getting exponential from here. So
I mean, by the end of this year alone, he wants to already start having displays in the right lens of the glasses. It's not going to be like a full-blown display. It's going to be very basic where you could just see your messages. Maybe see the weather, play like some basic games like, from like back in the day, like when Nintendo first came out, or even before Nintendo was even out, like arcade games. But that goes to show you if already by the end of the year, he plans to have that already set. What's going to happen a year from now, 2 years from now? It's going to get to the point where cell phones are going to be obsolete.
yeah, I think we'll definitely get there eventually. For me, what excites me the most is not
Mhm.
even seeing things in the lens yet, only because I know how battery life falls into that, and I just want something that's going to last all day if I'm going to be wearing them on my head. But
Yeah,
for me, the most important thing is going to be the AI features, right? Like I want to be able to have that digital voice assistant to be able to essentially Google or search anything on the web with just
yeah,
voice and have it feed that to me, reading it to me, or even like you said, okay, eventually it'll show it to you on the actual on the
yeah.
lens itself. But for me,
I
that's
just
that's what
like it.
I'm
I
most
don't I
excited
don't
for.
mind it. I like it, just because of the fact that it's just showing the evolution is continuous and it's happening fast too.
Yeah,
It's
and
happening fast.
it's here to stay. It's here to stay. Like I
Yeah.
said, this is, I mean, amazing news, man. It's really exciting,
I mean,
and
look what they're doing with those what are they? The virtual glasses.
yeah, the Meta Quest, the Meta
Quest that,
Quest.
yeah, the Meta Quest. Look what they're doing with that now. And that's what he's gunning for. He's gunning for eventually these being able to be Meta Quests.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
that's gonna be the next. I mean, forget it. That's gonna be a mess.
It's gonna eventually get to the point where, I mean, you won't even need laptops, bro. I mean,
No,
it's all going to be right here in your glasses. There's going to be a virtual keyboard, or you just speak to it. I mean, with the way AI is going now, you literally just be like, all right, close out this window. You may be able to pinch, grab things, move it to the left, right, like in movies, like when, Mission Impossible first came out and they were doing that. They pretty
Minority
much
Report.
Minority
Minority
Report.
Report. Yeah.
Yeah. Who was in
So
that movie again?
that was Tom Cruise.
Oh,
That
that
was
was
Tom
Tom
Cruise. Also,
Cruise.
that
All right.
was predictive policing and what that looked
Yeah,
like. And that actually, I mean, that's basically what we have now in the world, right? I mean, a lot of these law enforcement systems and security, and it's basically predicting things before they happen, right? By certain patterns and behavior. If the AI, the AI, it goes, the AI pulls all that information in and it gives that to these agencies. And we have that stuff right now. So, but that's a
yeah.
whole nother topic we could get
Yeah,
into.
this stuff, yeah, no, actually, that'll be a good one to get into, to be honest with you. I mean,
Yeah.
that's tech
So,
talk right there. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? That would be interesting,
yeah.
actually, because I
It
know
was,
that there's definitely stuff out there. I mean, stuff that we don't know about. I mean, think about navigation systems on our
yeah,
cell phones and in cars. Before those things were even put in cars, before we even knew what navigation system was, the government was already using that years before it ever even became public, you know,
yeah,
before we even knew it existed. But that's another story. But that's a good one right there. I think we got to
yeah.
definitely talk about that on a later
A-
episode.
Absolutely. We can get down rabbit holes, get pretty deep in these rabbit holes, and
Yeah,
how the tech state is the tech net, I should say, has just pretty much blanketed every corner of, this country and a lot of other
yeah,
countries. So, but
I
that's a whole
like that.
nother
I
it's a
like
whole
that.
nother
That
thing.
would be interesting, bro. And
And we
next thing you know, this will turn into a conspiracy channel.
Yeah, and we spoke about it before. I mean, just
Mhm.
like you said right now, like the evolution of things, right? Like it went from back in the day. Let's just bring up law enforcement. They had the cameras in the cars. Now we got to the point now where it's common for them to have the cameras either on the shoulder or the cameras
Mhm.
on their chest, right?
Yeah,
And right now, even in China, they've been using cameras on glasses which have facial recognition technology on actual glasses like these, and they've had that stuff years ago. So now with these multi-billion-dollar companies like Meta coming into play and actually bringing all of the technology together with AI and cameras and audio and all these things, right, into form factors like these Ray Bans or whatever else they're going to come out with in the future, like
yeah.
this is going to be the new standard for everything. And yeah, I'm just expecting to see not only law enforcement but a lot of different industries. Everybody. This is just going to be the norm. This is going to be like the cell
Yeah.
phones there,
No, yeah,
smartphones.
definitely, definitely. I was watching something that Gary Vee was talking. I like to watch Gary Vee. He's good,
Mm,
and he said it himself. He sees a world where it's gonna get to the point where cell phones are gonna be done, bro. This is gonna be the next thing, as it evolves.
yeah, yeah. And listen, I'm all for it because my thumbs and my fingers, all that scrolling, it just
Mhm.
it's starting to take its toll. I'm starting to get the tech thumb and the tech neck.
Oh
So
yeah,
we
that's
gotta,
funny. That's funny you bring up Technic. I just read an article about that the other day, literally like a few days ago, that they literally call it Technic.
yeah, tech neck. So, for anybody out there that's always like this with your head neck, make sure to take time at least once a day, whether it be at least 10 minutes or even 5 minutes. Honestly, whatever it is, make sure you have your posture, put your shoulders back, strengthen, put your neck up straight, either stand up against a wall, put your hands on your chest and stay there for about 5 to 10 minutes, or you can lay down on a flat surface on the floor, lay down for
Yeah.
5 to 10 minutes and just make sure you're, we're going to reduce any possible future
They
damage to
even
your
sell
neck from,
those. Have you seen those shoulder straps that you put
yeah,
on? That'll just
yeah,
kind of just pull your shoulders back.
yeah.
That way, like you could just literally wear it all day under a shirt. You don't even have to think about it, and then eventually your body will just kind of work its
It's,
way
Yeah, that's
into
that's
that.
good to have. Anything like
Yeah,
that because I mean I feel it myself and I know you do, but I mean, like I said, I mean this is why we talk so much about the smart glasses and everything else because I mean it's going to be the future. I mean you're not going to be like this all the time now. Things will just be in front of you and
yeah,
eventually we'll get rid of a lot of these physical things that are plaguing society right now. That people don't even notice themselves. That it's just going to take time. It's going to
yeah.
for people to develop these things, but hopefully not take the proper measures to always be on your health.
Yeah,
Always
yeah.
at least try your best. I mean, we can only try our best with what's out there. So,
That's all you could do is try your best, right?
you know, so but that's about
But
it. So, you
yeah,
excited, Ruben? Are you excited
yeah,
for
bro. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking
Meta
forward to
finally
it.
stamping and certifying of Ray Ban and all these other companies under this umbrella? It's
Bro, I'm
here to
looking
stay.
forward to it. Looking forward to it, kid. You
Same
know,
here.
I was always skeptical about it at first, but now experiencing it and then just reading up on it a lot more, I'm definitely a fan.
Same here. Same here. So, and we know that everybody out there is watching us right now. We know you're super fans just like us. So, tune in to the next episode when we'll have some more updates on whatever goes on. It seems like every day, every week here is something new popping up. So, we're trying to keep on top of it as much as we can,
Yeah.
and we will. So,
All
all
right,
right.
kid. Another
All right.
good one down. I'll
Yes,
talk to you
sir.
later, all right, bro?
All right. Take care, man.
Have a good night.
You too.